Will Lincoln Riley make USC a superpower once again in college football? Will Lincoln Riley turn around USC's fortunes in year one? Welcome to the Voice of College Football as we break down each schedule in the Power 5. Please like the video, share these videos out on social media, subscribe to our Voice of College Football channel, and USC in particular. We've got 25 team channels, including one for the Trojans. All right, USC's coming off its worst season at 4-8 since going 3-8 in 1991. Of course, they've plucked Lincoln Riley from Oklahoma to fix USC football, take control of the Pac-12 South and the Pac-12, and then get back to the elite of college football. This is what the schedule looks like for the Trojans against 10 teams that they played in 2021, and they only beat 3 of them out of the 10. So the Pac-12 formula for scheduling is, of course, play 9 conference games. So you play everyone in your own division, and you miss 2 teams from the other division. And then, of course, USC will play 3 non-conference games. They always play Notre Dame as well. It all begins on September 3rd against Rice, a team that I'm projecting USC to have an 87% chance of defeating this season. Rice is coming off a 4-8 season themselves. Then USC goes to Stanford. The Trojans got blasted by a bad Cardinal team, a team that went 3-9. USC was trailing in that game in the fourth quarter, 42-13, before losing to Stanford. I give USC, even on the road, a 68% chance of defeating Stanford. Then it's back out to non-conference play against one of the best teams in the Mountain West and Fresno State. I give USC a 72% chance of winning. USC also goes to Oregon State. They got blown out by the Beavers last season as Jonathan Smith's team finished at 7-6. USC with the trip, and I give them a slightly better than 50-50 chance of coming back from Corvallis with a win against Oregon State. Then it's on to the month of October and games against Arizona State and Washington State at home. USC beat the Cougars last season, and then probably the game of the year in the Pac-12 South. USC at Utah, the defending Pac-12 champions. Give USC under a 40% chance of coming back to the LA Coliseum with a win against the Utes. They've got a bye week. They go to Arizona. The Wildcats have been one of the worst teams in college football over the past couple seasons, but USC barely escaped the Wildcats last year, 41-34. Give USC a 92% chance of defeating Arizona this time around. Then a couple more games in which they will be an overwhelming favorite, at least at this point, in November against Cal. Then a Friday night affair against Colorado. They come back to the Rose Bowl and they play UCLA. And UCLA, of course, coming off its best season under Chip Kelly at 8-4. Give USC a 53% probability of winning that game against the Bruins before finishing up with Notre Dame. USC has lost 4 consecutive games to Notre Dame and are 2-7 in the past 9 meetings against Notre Dame. Give USC a 42% chance of winning this game at home. So key to this is that USC will not have to play Oregon. They also do not play Washington, typically one of the better teams in the Pac-12 North, but not coming off 4-8. But USC, once again, they miss Oregon during the regular season. They've got Rice, Fresno State, and Notre Dame as non-conference opponents, and they have faced 10 of these 12 teams during the 2021 season. They only won 3 of those 10 games against their schedule last season. And again, it was a disaster for USC as Clay Helton was fired early in the season, but Lincoln Riley to the rescue. USC and our projected percentage probabilities of winning these games in 2022 right here at the Voice of College Football. And of course, as we get closer to the season in August, we will predict the USC finish as well as the rest of college football right here at the Voice of College Football, USC.